What are you going to do, Charlie? Declaration of Principles.
I'll provide the people of this city with a daily paper that will tell all the news honestly.
Nerds! Call his name! Call his name!
I'll also provide them with a fighting and tireless champion of their rights as citizens and as human beings.
Nerds! This is where we hold them! Let's get those nerds! Controller's electric refrigerator. This is where they die! You will not live! You will not die!
Hey! Welcome to the Charlie Hustle Sports Additive, coming to you live and direct from Mom's Basement Studios. Live, and at least we're filming it live and then recorded and sent to you. The Boston Celtics dropped 41 points on their division rival New York Knicks earlier this season. That's right. The rebuilding Celtics handed New York their third worst defeat in franchise history. And they're one of the oldest teams in the league. That's a lot of history to beat. In fact, Boston and New York are the only two of the original teams still in their original cities. But back to the flippin' lunacy. This is basically the same New York team that ousted Boston in the first round of the playoffs last year. They're supposedly primed for a title run, and their fans are aching for it. Meanwhile, Boston jettisoned its star talent to Brooklyn for draft picks, Crash Wallace, and a former Kardashian. What is going on? Even Celtics patriarch Arnold Red Auerbach, cornerstone of hatred for the Knicks, for his George Washington Hoya team, a team he played on, being snubbed by Ned Irish for the NIT College Championship Invitation, which was held at Madison Square Garden at the time. Red's orders to even the worst Celtics teams beat the Knicks at all costs. And he's a New Yorker. Well, that fiery, spiteful bitterness fits right in with the Boston locals, but even he must be thinking enough is enough. Are the Knicks cursed? The drunken, incredulous, never-ending love affair with league parasite Isaiah Thomas assured the Knicks would suffer through the first decade of this century, sans title. And now the poor decision-making is spilling into the next. Spike Lee, if you have any influence over Knicks owner James Dolan, now would be the time to use it. And if you've been influencing him already, now would be the time to stop. In Boston, what are you doing? You're supposed to be losing. If that playoff started today, you'd have home court advantage in the first round with a losing record. Legalize marijuana. Public transportation going till midnight. Poor children getting free food. Has the world gone to hell in a handbasket already? Is this the end time? Is this the part of the Green Lizard Man plan to take us over and complete their mastery of us by making us insane? You have no right being in the playoffs with a losing record. Never mind making the playoffs and having home court advantage. That's space madness. It's cats sleeping with dogs. Yeah, total anarchy. And for all you little I told you sozies, the little parachicks of positive thinking that want to have a happy little dance and say, I told you so, this team doesn't tank. Tanking is for losers. Okay, all right, fair play. I get it. This team don't tank. Oh, how commendable. How noble. Well, enjoy your noble mediocrity. Because that's just what a team that's good enough to make the playoffs, but not good enough to win it all, is doomed to. The hell of never-ending mediocrity. And while we're there, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the Sacramento Kings, the Atlanta Hawks, the Utah Jazz, the Milwaukee Bucks, and, oh yeah, the New York Knicks. See, we've been here before. We know this. Celtics fans of a certain vintage remember the Dark Ages, otherwise referred to as the 1990s. Basically, from 1993 to the trade to acquire Kevin Garnett, the Celtics were utterly forgettable. Sure, the Bomb Squad in 2003 made a gutsy lunch pail almost run at the finals, but it didn't materialize, and they never would have made it past the Shaq and Kobe Lakers of that year. So since we're talking players, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Jerome Soso Moiso. AC, not the Pearl Earl. Eric, the Monstrosity Montross. Ron, the Merciful Mercer. Chris, no nickname Clack. Steve, the Hammer Hamer. And the rest of the rogues gallery that Boston drafted in that interim. Players that went nowhere and made zero impact. And that's just the type of player you'll be saddled with, because you'll constantly be drafting from the end of the deck. Then in 10 years' time, you'll be begging to tank, desperate for even the slimmest chance at getting a player that could make a difference. So don't think of it as tanking if it bothers you so much. Think of it as falling on your sword. Sinking for the greater good. Performing an ML car. A race in the opposite direction. Yeah. But make no mistake. Middling, mediocrity, nobility. Imagine what Red would say about bourgeoisie, let them draft cake attitudes like that. A fiery little Brooklynite would say, "Hold your nose, little Lord Fauntleroy, we're going down." This show's jacket has been brought to you by Hampton Heath Clothes, tailored by Goldsmith Clothing Company, Northport Clothiers, Fargo Moorhead. If it's not a Hampton Heath, it sure as hell ain't on me.
Hey there. What are you doing? Up late? You all alone? Can't sleep? Restless? Drinking? I am. So why don't you join the party? Call 1-800-DRUNK-CHAT. After my 7th beer, TV and internet porn will only take me so far. So call me up. We can talk about anything. Why the Phantom Menace sucks. Why I hate Obamacare. How I hate taking the bus. Why I hate old people. Why I hate Obamacare. How many trucks are on the road. Why can't I get a job. Why I feel the streetlights are watching me. And why I love the Affordable Care Act. So call now. Call 1-800-DRUNK-CHAT. If you call now, I'll pay for the first 10 minutes. I just want to talk to somebody. Don't you? Sure, we all do. So call again. That number again is 1-800-DRUNK-CHAT. I'm here at Drunk Chat. At 1-800-DRUNK-CHAT. Call 1-800-DRUNK-CHAT. A friend of mine at the other end of the phone. That number again is 1-800-DRUNK-CHAT. I'll be waiting.